Hey everybody, we're working on a 2010 Dodge Journey. Had to redo or replace the hub assembly. As always, jack it up, 2 points of contact. Whenever you mess with brakes or anything near the brakes, you want to spray it with brake cleaner. You want to get this nut off. Just unscrew that. And once you get that off, you're going to actually spray it again. You're going to use one of those to get that nut loose, by the way. And once you do that, you'll be able to pull the axle through. You're going to pull the rotor off, and that little plate there is held on by three bolts. You can actually take it off or leave it on. I left mine on because it wasn't necessary, and the bolts were so rusty, I didn't even want to fight it. So what I did was I had to take that sensor. There's a wire with a sensor on it. You have to remove that so that you'll be able to pull the steering knuckle out. You saw the 2 bolts that held the steering knuckle in place. Well, once you remove those, you're still going to have to move that sensor out of the way. So that's the sensor, and you're going to be careful with that thing because it's delicate. Just hang it out of the way. Then you're free to pull the steering knuckle forward. Now that sensor was kind of difficult getting out because it's actually attached to the steering knuckle. So be careful, use pliers, penetrating oil, and just be patient. Don't damage it. Be prepared to take some time dealing with that thing. But once it's out of the way, you can then pull the steering knuckle forward. And then, obviously, you're going to hang. I like to hang the components, the brakes and the axles out of the way so they're suspended. Now you can access the 4 bolts that hold on the hub assembly. The tie rod is still in place. And those are the bolts you can see in the back. Those are the bolts that hold on the steering knuckle. There are 4 of them. Now, when you begin to take these out, you have to be super careful that you don't strip them. So you're going to pull the steering knuckle forward towards you. You're going to put your socket and ratchet on the bolts and be straight and be careful about how you take these things out because they're rusty and they're corroded. They have a lot of salt and debris and time, and it just makes the metal hard to separate. So I want to say that's like a 15 millimeter or 14 millimeter. And if you look closely, you can see the creases between the steering knuckle and the hub assembly. And see, once I got the bolts out, I put that other bolt on top of the steering knuckle. I put that back in to hold the steering knuckle back in place because I had to use that big hammer to knock this thing loose. It took some time. I used penetrating oil along the creases. I tried to chisel it, and eventually, after about 30 minutes, it came loose. And there you have it. Now you have to clean up inside of there, put some grease before you put in put in the new one. And to put it in, it's just the opposite of taking the old one out. So I hope this helped. Be patient. Again, be patient. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a blessed day.